In less than 2 hours, the COVID-19 era policy that did allow U.S. officials to quickly expel most migrants at the southern border without allowing asylum claims will end.
Those who arrive at the border after midnight will find that new rule makes it much more challenging to apply for asylum. ABC's Morgan Norwood has our top story tonight at 10.
Tonight, as the clock ticks down to midnight, all eyes on the U.S. southern border as Title 42, that pandemic-era health policy allowing for the quick expulsion of millions of migrants, expires.
If anyone arrives at our southern border after midnight tonight, they will be presumed ineligible for asylum and subject to steeper consequences.
Ahead of that deadline, hundreds at the border near El Paso, Texas, boarding Border Patrol buses and led away for processing. A similar story in Arizona, officials giving instructions to a long line of migrants. And this wave of migrants crossing the Rio Grande in Matamoros, Mexico, only to be met by Texas law enforcement on the other side. A family carrying a baby and a suitcase there just as determined to get to the U.S. as they are to flee what they left behind. ABC's Matt Rivers in Juarez talking with migrants about their journey.
¿Estás intentando otra vez? So she's saying there basically that they were deported from Matamoros, which is further down the border. If we look this way, they're going to try again.
But all of that changes once the clock strikes midnight, when most asylum applications in the U.S. will now require these two things. Non-Mexican migrants must apply for and be denied asylum in another country first. And migrants will need to schedule an appointment at a port of entry using a CBP app. Don't follow those rules and migrants almost certainly face deportation, unable to enter the U.S. for at least 5 years. More than 20,000 migrants now in U.S. Border Patrol custody, with some facilities over capacity.
I cannot overstate the strain on our personnel and our facilities.
Morgan Norwood, ABC News, El Paso.
And today, House Republicans passed a sweeping bill that includes imposing new restrictions on asylum seekers.
That measure is to counter President Biden's policies just as migrants are amassing along the border with Title 42 ending. Lawmakers in the House of Representatives passed that bill on a vote 219 to 213. That legislation would return many of the same policies pursued by former President Trump that include building walls along the southern border. The measure would also restrict asylum by requiring migrants to cross the border, pay a $50 fee, and show they have a credible fear of persecution in their home countries. A couple of Siouxland lawmakers spoke about the importance of securing our border.
So doing something means building the wall because it actually works. It is a great deterrent to the cartels. It's a great deterrent to illegal immigration so that we can have a process that actually works and isn't overwhelming our agents. We need to give those agents the tools that they need to do their jobs.
This bill makes sure we have the resources we need to deal with this influx and make sure we're using technology. It restarts the border wall. It puts more border agents down there, and it puts back in a place to remain in Mexico policy. We know that these are the tools that work, and the passage of this bill is going to be good news for America.
Again, that bill has virtually no chance at becoming law. President Biden promised he would veto the measure.